But moving on to somebody who once made attacking industrialists and corruption his leitmotif, I'm talking, of course, about Arvind Kejriwal. Now, Arvind Kejriwal came to power birthed by the India Against Corruption. At one point, you in your earlier avatar were a member of the Aam Aadmi Party till you had a very bitter sort of parting of ways. Now, let's look ahead at Delhi. What is happening at Delhi? In Delhi, the Aam Aadmi Party has dropped nearly 50% of its sitting MLAs, right? Manish Sisodia, easily, once considered the second most important leader of the AAP in Delhi, has been moved out of his constituency. What do you make of how the AAP is approaching this election?
See, Arvind Kejriwal is a very smart politician, very, very smart politician, and he is exactly using Narendra Modi's toolkit. Before every assembly election, the parliament election, there will be senior politicians from the BJP which will come out and say, I'm not contesting election this time. I'm thankful to Mr. Narendra Modi, thankful to our top leader. This is exactly what happened with Ram Nivas Goyal and with Dilip Pandey. Both of them has said, I don't want to contest elections. I had done enough. Party has done enough for me. Secondly, Narendra Modi, if he thinks that there is a strong anti-incumbency against the party or the government, then he goes out changing everybody. Like in MCD elections, almost in 2017, every sitting councillor was changed and the totally new team contested the election, and BJP had a massive victory. Similar toolkit was used in Gujarat elections. So he is using the same toolkit, realizing fully well that there will be strong anti-incumbency against the AAP government, because AAP is in government since 2013, except a few months of president rule. So lots of promises had been made, and the people will judge not because Arvind Kejriwal is a cult figure or a very strong leader, but how his government has delivered in the last 10 years. This is exactly what's happened in 2024 parliament election. Narendra Modi is still a popular leader, very strong leader, and the people have great affection for him also. But people judged him on the question of delivery. And 10 years for any politician, any political party, any government is a huge, huge time period to have a strong anti-incumbency. And he is feeling that heat. He realizes that this election is not 215 assembly election or 220 parliament assembly elections. 10 years have gone, and a lot of answering has to be done.
Except in the you believe this time he will struggle, but except that this time, even this time, the BJP doesn't have a face. The BJP has had a singular problem in Delhi, that it has never been able to groom a local face.
You never know. Last minute they can throw any a big face. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and there is a possibility, and I think there will be a surprise candidate for the chief ministership in Delhi, because BJP is Narendra Modi, Amit Shah. They are the great learners. They don't repeat the same mistakes. They had done the mistake in 2015. They had done the mistake in 2020, but I don't think they are going to commit a mistake again and going to the election without any face. So it could be anybody. It could be Harshvardhan. It could be Smriti Irani. It could be anybody. Because to counter Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, they need a very, very strong urban face.
Yeah, you're right. The BJP doesn't give up till the very last moment. My question to you is, what you make of what could be seen as the marginalization of Manish Sisodia, also just out of jail, moving his seat for an outsider, Awadh Ojha, who has just entered the Aam Aadmi Party, at one point a supporter of the BJP and a critic of the AAP. What did you make of this development?
See, first of all, Manish Sisodia somehow managed to win in 2020. If I remember correctly, even by 12 noon, he was losing elections, and Arvind Kejriwal was shell-shocked that how could this happen to his number two. So I was not surprised when Manish Sisodia was moved to Jangpura, because that's a dicey seat. Patparganj was a dicey seat in that sense. About Manish Sisodia, see, this is not the Manish Sisodia I used to know, because Manish Sisodia was a clear number two in the party. But today, Manish Sisodia is only a notional number two in the party, and in the pecking order of the party, he could be somewhere on the fourth and the fifth. I don't want to take the name of number two, number three, and number four, but he is not there. He's not as powerful. He's not as charismatic. But yes, he has been a good friend of Arvind Kejriwal, and people have a trust in him. But there are other who had become more powerful in the party hierarchy, and most of the time they are calling the shots. And I don't see that the Manish Sisodia is these days is calling shots after Arvind Kejriwal.
The BJP has released a video just today, a video that it calls a tour of what the BJP calls the Sheesh Mahal, right? And the BJP has made an allegation that the gym, sauna, jacuzzi fittings in this bungalow, formerly where Chief Minister Kejriwal or former Chief Minister Kejriwal used to stay, just the gym, sauna, jacuzzi were worth 4 crores. Now, Sheesh Mahal is a phrase that has caught on in popular lingo. Do you think that this hurts the reputation of Arvind Kejriwal, that somewhere it offsets the time he has spent in jail, where he has positioned himself as a political victim, and the BJP is choosing to focus on sort of the extravagance of his non-Aam Aadmi Party type living as a chief minister?
Before answering your question, I'm really amused when BJP makes these kind of accusations to anybody else, because every office of the BJP is a 5-star, nothing less than a 5-star office. And because even the RSS offices are no longer the same old structures, they have also turned into a big lavish apartments. Okay, let's forget it. The issue about Arvind Kejriwal is that if somebody who has promised in 2013, somebody who said in 2012-13 when the party was formed, that why the leader should be living in bungalows. And I remember, because that's one of the anecdotes, once he was moving in the Lutyens, Delhi, and when he saw all the bungalows, and you know what was his reaction? He was just saying, these bungalows should be demolished and the 2-room flat should be constructed over here. So somebody who was advocating that the 2-room flat should be for the chief minister is enough for them, why they need big bungalows. If he himself goes and construct a chief minister's office spending more than 45 crores. And I'm told that even the chief minister's secretariat is again a very lavishly constructed, not the old one in which the Sheila Dikshit used to sit. So if the people will contrast this from the 2-room flat to the lavish 45 crore bungalow, then obviously this will raise serious questions. And more than the excise policy, I think it is this Sheesh Mahal which is going to hurt him. And he has realized that's why he moved out of that bungalow and has gone somewhere else. And it is also
and you think it'll hurt him because it goes counter to the image that he presented himself as a different kind of politician.
Of course, there's no doubt about it. I have no doubt in my mind. Sheesh Mahal is the blunder which Arvind Kejriwal has made in the last 5 years. The biggest blunder he has made. And he should not. He is not known to make mistakes. That kind of mistake. Why did he not realize that if he's doing something like this, this people will notice, and this will become a huge issue?
When you say it's his biggest blunder, why do you call it his biggest blunder?
Because it totally goes against the grain of Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal, you go back in time on the July 2011. The whole Anna movement at Jantar Mantar and Ramlila Maidan. He created a tsunami in Indian politics on the issue of corruption, and everybody was at that point of time. Everybody used to talk about it and that used to praise Arvind Kejriwal Anna. Why? Because this was a man who was walking in the slippers with the muffler around and looked an Aam Aadmi. But if the same man transformed himself, metamorphosis into living in a 45 crore or supposedly 45 crore bungalow, and where the lakhs are spent on the other things, then the people will ask questions. If Narendra Modi does it, people will not ask a question. If Rahul Gandhi does it, nobody will ask a question. Akhilesh Yadav does it, nobody will ask a question. But with Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party, people will ask questions, and he will find it very difficult to answer and convince people. He has tried to damage control. That's why he moved out of that residence and started living in a small place and resigned from the chief ministership, because he knows that this time he committed a mistake, and it will be very difficult for him to convince people that he had not done it. Excise policy was still seen as a conspiracy of the BJP in certain sections of the society, though there are serious question mark over there. But Sheesh Mahal is a picture. A picture is a picture
worth 1,000 words.
You had been in visual medium. Visual impact is far more dangerous than an anonymous excise policy which has no face.
Absolutely. So finally, Ashutosh, before we let you go, Delhi, do you think will be an existential battle for the opposition?
I will not say existential battle, but it will be tough for Arvind Kejriwal unless BJP gets a face. If BJP gets a face, then Aam Aadmi Party will really struggle to get 35 seats. But if they don't get a face, then Aam Aadmi Party will struggle. But I don't see that BJP will be in a position to knock Aam Aadmi Party out. See, uh, the 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 crude fact about Delhi is that in parliament elections there is no competition because people are very clear in their mind. In the parliament election, for the national elections, Narendra Modi and the BJP,
Yeah.
and they have been consistently getting in 2014. BJP got 46% vote share. In 19 got 56% vote share. In 2024, again 54% vote share. There's no comparison. And Aam Aadmi Party lost all 7 seats. But when it comes to assembly elections, in assembly elections, Aam Aadmi Party got 29.5% vote share in 2013 when it was totally a new party. And when the people realized that Aam Aadmi Party can form the government, their vote share jumped from 29.5% to 54%. That 54% again in 2020.
Yeah.
In assembly, in MCD, again, BJP is not, the Aam Aadmi Party is not a very stable party over there. But in assembly election, and it's only because of the Arvind Kejriwal and nobody else, that BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party gets 67 seats, 62 seats. So this time, Arvind Kejriwal image is dented. And if there is a serious face from the BJP, then Arvind Kejriwal will struggle. I'm still not saying Arvind Kejriwal is going to lose, Aam Aadmi Party is going to lose. I'm not here to make any prediction. But what my reading is that he will have a really tough time. And he realizes that. That is why after getting out of the jail, he is on the ground. He's on a daily
Yeah.
basis, he's moving, he's meeting people. He realizes, and this is exactly what he did in 2015 when I was there. Because from the day one, that the minute he realized that he lost all 7 seats in Delhi, he was on the move. Every day he was meeting people. He was strategizing, talking, convincing people that yes, Aam Aadmi
Yeah.
Party is an alternative. This time also he has to do that convincing to the people that I might have made a mistake, but still I'm the best bet. And if the BJP comes to the power, then everything which I had delivered and given to you will go away.